TopMedTalk.
Welcome to TopMedTalk. Nick Majerison here, the producer of TopMedTalk, and we're at Euroanaesthesia 2025. There's an enormous amount of people. There's a very exciting atmosphere, and with Professor Kate Leslie, who's going to be guiding you through our conference coverage.
Thanks, Nick. It's lovely to meet you in person, and we're going to do some great interviews over the next 2 or 3 days. I've never been to Lisbon before. Have you been?
I've never been here, no, and it's lovely. It's very warm, as you would expect. A very nice atmosphere as well, very friendly people. Now, I understand you've just opened proceedings. You've done a talk for them here, right?
Yes, I was honoured to be invited to give the Sir Robert McIntosh lecture. It was about anaesthesia in 2050, how technology can change your practice. And so I talked about technological revolutions, and then I talked about artificial intelligence. And then I closed with a reflection on the future of humans and work and the connection that humans have with their patients that I don't think robots and AI are ever going to be able to replicate.
AI is an interesting one on TopMedTalk because it comes up a lot. What do you think it's going to do, best guess, over the next 5 years? Because it seems to be shifting paradigms.
So over the next 5 years, generative AI is going to become ubiquitous. So that's ChatGPT and the products that Google and Microsoft are making. And we'll increasingly be using that in hospitals to write notes, to summarize research, to help us create images, which I did for my talk for the first time. That was fun. But increasingly, AI is going to be used to drive prediction algorithms. One of our sponsors, BD, has such a prediction algorithm, the hypotension prediction index. But all of the other major companies are working on AI-based prediction indices and avatars and digital twins, and it's exciting.
Because the headline with it seems to be, oh, it's going to replace everybody and, you know, the kind of apocalyptic type versions of it. But in reality, it seems to be doing something very different and shifting the way people think.
Professor Andre Decker, the second speaker in the session, he gave the Professor Ibsen lecture, and he's actually knows about AI. He's a data scientist and a physicist. And he was saying that AI and humans think completely differently. So AI needs big data to make decisions, whereas humans learn after only doing things once. And we make different mistakes, AI and humans. So if we use AI in practice, we're always going to need a human to check it. And also we need that moral compass in medicine. We don't feel comfortable letting machines make life and death decisions about our patients.
And of course, the question of responsibility, I guess. Who's responsible for the decisions made by AI?
Well, that's clear, and it's the human supervising the AI. But there's also things like intellectual property. So if an AI comes up with a new song or a new bit of text or a new algorithm, who owns that? You know, is it the person who paid for it? Or if you register a patent for an AI, is the AI the owner of it? Scary and interesting.
So outside of AI, what are you expecting at the conference?
Well, the good thing about the European meeting is the diversity of the participants. The societies, the component societies come from all over Europe, but there are people here from all over the world. In fact, there's nearly 600 Australians and New Zealanders here, which is amazing. You hear Australian accents everywhere, but you see all sorts of different people. And they are very precise about having diversity in all of their panels and talks. So it's fantastic. There's a lot of stuff about AI, a lot of stuff about regional anaesthesia. There's a great component about sustainability. There's a great networking event. And, you know, it's great to see people catching up with colleagues that they haven't seen for a while and making new friends.
Now, sustainability in anaesthesia is a topic that's grown enormously in TopMedTalk. And I remember when it was first introduced, people were perhaps a little bit surprised to be thinking in that direction.
Oh, it's crucial. You know, my colleague, Professor Eugenie Kayak, who we've interviewed on TopMedTalk twice, actually, says, you know, if not you, who? You know, if not now, when? You know, we need to do something about global warming now. And there's lots of things that anaesthesiologists can do in their personal and family life, but also at work about sustainability. But it intersects with AI. These big computers, they use a lot of energy and water. But if they improve the value of care and reduce complications, and if they help us find drugs that are less toxic to the patients and the environment, then maybe it'll be a win-win.
And then another thing I've heard you speak about is diversity in research. I know that's something close to your heart.
It is. And I go on about it a bit much, but it is close to my heart. And the good thing that I can report is that half of the people talking at this meeting and half the delegates are women. And then when you look around, you can see people from all over the world participating. So I think that we're making progress.
Any other highlights of the conference that I've not mentioned?
Well, I'm looking forward to interviewing with you the leaders of ISAIC. They've generously given their time to us to talk about what they're doing for global health and sustainability and safety and diversity and education. So it will be fun.
Right, Kate, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to hearing the podcasts.
Can't wait. Thanks, Nick.
TopMedTalk. Thanks for downloading TopMedTalk. Don't forget to subscribe, check us out on YouTube, and of course on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook and X. Also, it's important to remember that TopMedTalk is the broadcasting arm of EBPOM, evidence-based perioperative medicine. We'd love you to find out more about that, and the way to do that is ebpom.org. Check out our website and find out about some of the incredible conferences we're going to be arranging across the year. ebpom.org.